None of us would get very far without an abundant and healthy farm community. Over the last 40, 50 years, farming has turned into an agribusiness, of course. The activity of Farmer to Franklin turns that around and returns our food source to the local community, makes a strong connection and a strong case for the reality that we're dependent on farms, we're dependent on healthy food that's healthy for the environment, healthy for the city.
Our tagline at the Birchwood is good real food, and to me it's just really synonymous with the co-op and their whole Farmer to Franklin idea. It's about knowing where your food comes from, it's about having that relationship, and it's about trusting the food that we eat and feeling really good about what we're putting into our bodies.
What I wanted to do is to help Seward become a neighborhood co-op where everybody is welcome, no matter what their culture or political belief or their personal druthers or how they look, so that it became a place where everybody felt welcome. Seward Co-op has done a good job at providing leadership in product lines and in marketing for products, particularly when it comes to local sourcing of products. I think it's great. It says fresh, it says local, it says let's keep things to scale, let's support the people we know, and let's keep money in the community, and let's lower our footprint, carbon footprint. So this is all great stuff. I think a major contribution of Seward Co-op over the years, and certainly now that it's gotten large, is this provides just great jobs for people. People actually learning things and participating in something that means a lot to them. I know this store is very well run these days, and it gives and it has, I don't know, 150, 200 people working for it. What a great contribution to society Seward is making, just providing this kind of job for these people.
In some really profound ways, the co-op invested in me as someone who was just merely interested in the field of cutting meat, and took a risk and plugged me into a position as a meat cutter in training. And I'm working with a lot of people who are in a capacity to mentor me and bring me up into the field.
The more you include the people in the community in your business, the more viable it will be, whether you're a farmer or a co-op or a distributor. The local community benefits too, because then they have choice, and I think the Seward type grocery store, the cooperative grocery store, gives back to their community a lot more, incorporates them through community events and healthy living expos, and educating them about choices that then force the next tier of groceries chain to provide those. You go stand at some of their competitors here, they may be able to offer the same products, but they don't offer the same experience, and I don't think they give back in the community the same way. There's all sorts of benefits beyond finances. There's health benefits. There's, getting organized in your community and knowing that I could leave my child in my local co-op and forget about her and she'd be taken care of. I could leave my wallet there and people wouldn't, it's just, the whole thing is almost like a family.
My work with food has always been oriented towards high food ethics and interest in some of the bigger questions about our food system. That's a value that's clearly embraced here with the Seward's CSA fair, bringing in farmers for direct interaction with customers, which is would seem counterintuitive initially. Why would you allow someone to develop a direct business relationship for the same product that you may be selling in your store? But the answer to that is Seward has a large commitment to making local farms sustainable, and community-supported agriculture is just one of the avenues.
Seward Co-op is a really good example of how the sustainable farming movement is in Minnesota. It's cooperative and supportive. It's not a competitive structure. When we needed help, we were able to ask for it and we received. And it was so supportive and welcoming of us, even though we were new. The Seward Co-op and others really gave us our start. We couldn't have succeeded this summer without them.
The Sonny Brothers Farm was able to make its first big public impression at Seward's CSA Fair. It was a really great platform for us to introduce ourselves to the public and the community, you know, develop a brand, develop a logo, really tell people other than our family who we are and what we are doing. And you know, the CSA fair was great, lots of people. We had a quarter of our shareholders sign on and really got a lot of support from that community.
To me, what makes farming sustainable is the relationship with the land and understanding that it's a give and take. It's a relationship like anything between two humans. Relationships are give and takes. And what's given me that perspective with the Sonny brothers is that our land is the same land that my great-grandparents grew out of. And that's such a powerful connection, and so lucky to be able to share that with them.
Seward is owned by its members. We're not a business totally removed from the community that we operate in. So we depend every day on our members and our community members, customers, to come in and shop and buy the products that we have for sale here and take advantage of the services that Seward Co-op provides. So in turn, we have in our minds, a moral obligation, and in our business structure, you know, a cooperative obligation to give back to the community that supports us. So we do that in the form of grants throughout the year. And I'm sure a lot of our customers are familiar with the Seed Roundup donation program that we do every day at the register. Every minute someone has an opportunity to round up their purchase total and give those pennies to a local organization. So that's really been a part of Seward's history, you know, throughout, but as we've been growing in our 40th year especially, we've really been able to increase that rate of giving, and you know, with our own success, we're able to give back that much more to our community as well.
At these difficult economic times where so many people we see are struggling because of unemployment and loss of income, a simple decision can make big difference, such as Seward Co-op, with a simple decision of asking customers, every customer, to pitch in that extra change that they could have gotten back to donate to agencies like ours, to put it together and made a difference. In 1 year, feeding 2,400 individuals with giving out 24,000 pounds of food is a big difference. Some of my family members, my friends, ask me, why you keep doing community job? The simple thing I tell them is, this is my passion. I feel happy about helping somebody.
Everybody came together really with the goal to talk about what is it that makes us who we are. What are the highest values of Seward Co-op that we need to hold true to. We're never going to be sold out. We're never going to be bought up by another grocery store. We're always going to be owned by our community.
What's really impressive to me about the way that Seward has grown in the 20 years that I've been a part of this community is how they've really been able to grow and maintain their values and stay true to what their core mission is. And they've been able to grow with integrity. I think the Seward Co-op has just done so much for this whole neighborhood at large. They've really transformed what the rest of the city thinks of when they hear the term Seward neighborhood.